there, my name is Drew Denning. I'm one of the many sales managers at What's Games, the premium tabletop game manufacturer. Today, I'm going to talk to you about some of the samples that you can receive from What's Games in order to help the idea of your game become a reality. We have a plethora of samples that you can receive, and today we're going to cover what the sample name is, what you can use them for, what's the cost, and how are they made. In this video, I'll discuss the different types of samples, but what you're visually going to be seeing are the sample kits. Our sample kits are free examples to you. You're able to receive a free sample kit at any point in time. All you have to do is just simply request it by contacting either your local sales manager or contacting us on the website. That is www.whatsgames.com. With that, I know your time is precious and we have a lot to cover, so let's go ahead and get talking about these samples.
The first sample that we're going to discuss are the eProofs. These are also called digital proofs. The eProof is an electronic layout file based on the files that you provide to us. After you have sent your art to us, we begin the process of creating this electronic layout file for you. And you can use it to check for any wrong fonts, hidden layers, missing images, or any other issues. Typically, this occurs as the first step in the pre-printing process. Once you have turned the files over to us, the lead time for creation typically takes 3 to 7 days, and this sample is free to you during the pre-printing process.
The next sample type is the physical color proof. This can be called a press proof or a hard proof. The physical color proof is a physical copy of the eProof. Don't trust your computer monitors. This will be the best option for you to see any color issues or any low resolution art images. That is correct. The eProof is printed at a high resolution for you to view. It is free from any charge, but the shipping fees must be covered by your team. The color is going to match 85% to 95%. It takes 3 to 7 business days to create this, and that does not include the shipping time. Imagine receiving a box like this. This is a white sample. It is also called a white box sample or blank sample. This particular sample is used to measure and check the size and varnish. The materials are the same as the final product, but there is not a single thing of art on it. The white box sample is free to anyone who would like to receive it. It is solely requested by our team that the shipping fee be covered by your team. It takes 7 to 10 days to create the white box sample, and that does not include shipping, and there are no limitations to it in general. The next type of samples is the most commonly used one, and it's called digital printing samples. This is a full color printed copy that was printed from a digital printer. With a 75% to 85% color match, this sample is great for photo shoots and playtesting. The only limitation that comes with digital printing samples are the maximum sizes and material thickness for components that use either two-sided printing or one-sided printing. On average, it takes 10 to 14 business days, and the cost depends on the workmanship of the product, costing between $150 to $800 on average, not including the shipping costs.
The final sample
is the pre-production sample. The pre-production samples are printed similarly to the ones made at mass production by the production CMYK offset printers. Ideally, you would use this sample to show off at your booths, use for marketing purposes, or allow professional gamers to review it. When it comes to the color, this is the closest that it comes to. It is 90% to 99% color match as your whole mass printed copies. There are no limitations to this creation, and on average it takes 14 to 21 business days to complete. The cost truly depends on the number of printing plates and workmanship. Typically, it is 200 to 300% more expensive than the digital printing copy, including the delivery costs.
Now, as we've covered all of the samples, before we conclude the video, I want to share the differences between the digital print sample and the pre-production sample. There is a major difference in the color match, as the digital print samples are only 75 to 85% similar to the final product, while the pre-production sample is 90 to 99% similar to the final print product. There are a lot more limitations with the digital printing sample, as you can see from the display here. Most of these components are simple and can be made using just the digital printer and a die cutting plate, while the pre-production sample doesn't have any limitations. You can create whatever components that you would like. because the pre-production samples use the CMYK offset printer and the production die cutting plate. Typically, the digital print samples are the cheaper option, while the pre-production samples are 200 to 300% more expensive.
That is all of our samples that we at What's Games are able to provide for you and your team. If you are interested in any of these, be sure to contact us. Feel free to contact any of these emails below, and we'll be more than happy to get you some samples started. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we hope to help you very soon.